He's one of the best known commodity investors out there. Jim Rogers joins us now. Jim, good to see you.
I'm delighted to be here, Daniela. It's been a while.
Well, we're excited to have you back on the show, Jim. Last time we spoke was last May, and you said a buying opportunity was coming for gold. Has that opportunity come for you, or are there more chances at the metal this year?
Well, the opportunity has not come as far as I'm concerned. I'm still waiting. Sometime in the next year, I have no idea. I'm very bad at market timing. What they should do is watch Kitco News to find the timing. But I'm still waiting.
And it's a really interesting time and market here for gold. Do you think it will just continue to keep taking cues from the US dollar and the outcomes of Fed meetings?
No, well, yes, that's an influence, that's a factor. But no, gold has its own mind and its own markets. Sometimes it moves with a dollar, sometimes it doesn't. I wish I knew how to figure out all these things, but I am still waiting for the price of gold. What you conceivably could happen is the dollar could go up a lot, could turn into a bubble actually for a variety of reasons. That bubble will pop eventually if it happens. That may be the time to buy gold. That's more or less the way I'm looking at the world, but Danielle, I change my view every 30 seconds, so don't listen to me.
Well, let's look at the U.S. economy here for a second. What do you make of the mixed bag of data that we're seeing?
Well, Daniela, we have an unprecedented time in world history. You have every major central bank printing staggering amounts of money. Japan, Europe, Britain, America. That's never happened in recorded history. So the people who are getting that money, this artificial ocean of liquidity, are having a wonderful time. But most people aren't getting that money, or a lot of people aren't. And the debt is going higher and higher and higher. This is going to end very badly when it ends, because the debt will be so much higher and the amount of money that's been printed is staggering.
Now, Jim, the Fed didn't give us any cues yesterday as to when we could expect a rate hike. Do you have any feeling as to when we might see interest rates increase?
I don't really pay too much attention. The market usually dictates to the Fed what they do. I know the Fed gets a lot of press, but the market, they usually are following the market one way or the other. May not even raise interest rates this year, but watch the market, Daniela. That's how you can figure out what's going to happen. Maybe later this year, more likely when things go down. What I expect to happen is whenever they act or whenever the market makes interest rates go higher, you're going to see stocks go down. And then once stocks go down, I don't know, 12%, you pick the number, 8%, 13%, people are going to call up screaming to the Fed, you've got to save civilization. The people at the Fed are just bureaucrats and politicians and academics. They don't know what's going on. So they'll panic. They'll ease up again. Markets will rally. That will probably turn into a bubble, and then it's over.
Jim, you're based in Singapore, so we always appreciate getting your views on the Asian markets. Last time we spoke, you were bullish on the Chinese economy. Do you still feel that way?
Yes, well, I'm bullish on the Chinese markets. That's my largest country. My largest stock positions are in Asia, China, Japan, Russia, becoming bigger and bigger. So my positions are in Asia. China is going to have some problems eventually. It looks like a bubble may be developing in its stock market. And if that happens, obviously it'll pop someday. You're going to see more real estate bankruptcies in China. There's a lot of debt buildup in China. But at the moment, I'm still there. And I even bought more last week.
All right, so we know Jim Rogers likes gold. What else are you liking these days?
Well, I mentioned China, I mentioned Japan, both of which are Russia. I'll probably buy more Russia today. If I weren't talking to you, I might be buying Russia right now. These are the sorts of things where I'm looking and am putting more money. But Danielle, I'm always looking for something to buy or sell or sell.
All right, Jim, well, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you soon.
It's my pleasure, Danielle. Let's do it again sometime.
And thanks for watching this edition of On the Spot featuring Jim Rogers. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us at newsfeedback@kitco.com. We'll see you next week.